What happens to people who commit suicide? Our answers about the afterlife would not be complete if they did not take into consideration also those who enter the spirit world after taking physical life. The death of the physical body should be governed by the natural laws that are governed by the divine laws of God. Depriving someone of his or her physical life means therefore breaking those laws, both toward others, but also toward oneself. It is one of the worst sins you can commit and makes you belong completely to the spiritual world of Satan. There is no reparation or remedy for it, even in the face of later repentance, in the spiritual world. The consequence is that because of this sin, there must be realized then special care and adjustment in the spiritual world. This is all the more necessary when someone interrupts their physical life. The individual who has broken such spiritual laws and accepted an act laid down by Satan toward himself or others, will then have to account for it, before he gets the ability to rise to the higher stages of the spirit world. Especially automatically his mission and life purpose will be to prevent other people on earth from committing the same abomination, toward themselves or others. If he succeeds in saving other people in the parasitos of committing suicide or murder on earth, in that case reparation of himself and liberation from the hellish place where such people end up can take place. Since his life has been interrupted and his task on earth unfinished, such an individual will be forced, as described by numerous psychics, to live and complete, in the spiritual world, that unfinished time, helping people on earth who have suffered the most as a result of his suicide. He also has to make sure that people with suicidal instincts do not repeat his act. But if the person is evil or has not understood the severity of his act against God and his ideal, he will push people experiencing the same difficulties as him to commit suicide or murder, like him. Then let us remember that we already belong by lineage to Satan. If we commit suicide, it is a victory for Satan and we rightfully belong to his hell in the spiritual world for who knows how many thousands of years. In fact, we do not have the same priority of restoration and growth in the hereafter as all other people who have lived their entire lives respecting their own and others' lives, in accordance with God's laws. We will be among the last to receive growth benefits in the spiritual world. We will not even be able to enter a heaven-like realm or where people who have respected their physical bodies anyway live. We should do a great collaborative work on earth to indemnify this and let Satan set us free to grow. Whoever commits murder toward others or his own body, accepts evil and thus Satan and rightfully belongs to him. It is a spiritual law because of the fall. God and the Messiah have no power of choice or help over us in this. Since the motivation for suicide is often found in the fact that an individual seeks to escape his or her unhappiness, we can confirm that this his or her unhappiness is taken with him to the hereafter. It is therefore much better to solve all the problems we have right here on earth, otherwise they will follow us into the spirit world. Jesus said that what you bind on earth will follow you to heaven, Matthew 18:18. For what can make us happy to live in heaven if we have hell inside us? Jesus said, "What does it profit a man to possess everything if he loses his soul?" Mark 8:31. The kingdom of heaven is within you, Luke 17:20. Unless you become like children you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 18:1-5. The unhappiness then of our life and this world, should instead lead us to seek more God and His world, here on earth, to end our physical life. But often those who commit suicide think that everything ends, that there is no continuation in life in the spiritual world. Amazing also what a medium who came in contact with a young person who committed suicide because she felt lonely, sad and unloved told. This young woman suffered so much to see then how many people she believed did not love her, cried over her act and the loss of her in her life, and how many people loved her so much, but by then it was too late, she could no longer return to physical life again, even with this real understanding.